the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good Sunday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the MARS Pavement Late Model Series. Apparently, we're going to have this small issue that we have every time. So there'll be some figuring out to do on that. New series, guys trying some things out. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't they? With dirt being as difficult as it has been, a lot of the dirt guys trying some different things out. DSRL tried some stuff out, just didn't come together. But these guys have about 16 drivers ready for this. You're going to see heat races. You're going to see a B feature if they need it. And then you're going to see a really good feature. Got 5 races scheduled with these guys. There's going to be 4 short tracks and 1 mile. Should be pretty exciting. Be sure you say hi in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. They'll go through their qualifying. They'll have a 4-car invert, and then they'll have an 8-car invert in the feature. A few familiar names in here. Humphrey, Rundle, Burnt, Brees, Brunner, and then a few of these other guys not necessarily familiar to us here at DRM, but I'm sure familiar to the service. So, going to be a pretty good one. Haven't had paved racing on DRN. Like I've been saying for several weeks, we're in the process of rebranding, and this is one of the things that we will be covering. We're going to see how these guys do with their series. They're going to see how it takes off and how the racing is, and then going to keep moving on from there. Looking at John Brunner right now. 46 car. This is the new version of the Pavement late model. Probably used to be one of my favorite cars to drive. It was a lot of fun. You can manhandle these things a little bit, as long as you can keep the tires from boiling off of them. And you can manhandle them just a little bit. It's Tyler Johnson, second right now in the practice session. Car, you see that car comes sliding up off the corner. We're going to wait for a couple of minutes here. Get our opening ceremonies out of the way. About 3 heats, it looks like, maybe tonight. And they will make sure that at least the top 2 in each heat get into tonight's invert. The 017 of Greg Pawelski. Let's just say that's Pawelski, because I'm not really good with those ski type names usually. Oh, big slide here. He's going to hit the inside wall. We'll go back to watching Johnson. They will shut things down with about 5 minutes to go. Start having driver's meeting. At that point, we will get through our opening ceremonies. Get things ready to go. Guys, do not forget to tell everybody where you're watching some of the best racing on the service. Like, share, follow. If you're over on the Facebook page, and subscribe if you're on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you're watching from. Make sure you say hello this evening. There's Pawelski back out again. Right behind Brunner. Expected to see a couple there. Some more people coming in there. Brad Branham coming in. They are just about to go to their driver's meeting. It'll be with the 5-minute mark. They'll clear the track. As soon as they do that, we'll hit our opening ceremonies. And then when we come back, we will be ready for qualifying and racing. So it looks like it is time for drivers to clear the track. That means it is time for our opening ceremonies. And we'll let public address take it away.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Yeah, we don't want to interrupt the driver's meeting. We would like to get a chance to talk to one of the race officials tonight as we get ready to go. Just waiting for him to wrap that driver's meeting up so we can get in there and do that. Kind of hoping to hear a car or two fire off so we could know that the driver's meeting was over. Yeah, heat. I don't think we're going to have a B main tonight. Car count wasn't quite high enough for that, but some heats. Then they'll do some inverts, and then we will get ready for a feature. Features will be shorter at the 1 mile track, which won't be for a few weeks. That's not coming up for a little while yet. I think this is the first of 5. It'll be a short track, and then the big 1 miler, and then they'll go back and finish it up with 2 short tracks. This really a test season, giving us a chance to test out and make sure that we can cover the asphalt stuff the way we need to, and then also making sure that we can keep guys up and car counted and everything else. So. The Midwest Area Racing Series, MDR, this regular Sunday night show that we've had for a couple of years now, and while they're on a hiatus from dirt, trying out some asphalt stuff. Reed wanted to try to partner up a little bit, and I was more than willing to give him the airtime, and wanted to see how the asphalt stuff was going to kind of go, especially with these smaller tracks, smaller cars. So we'll see how that goes. We'll try to get him up here before they go qualifying. Drivers meeting should be wrapping up in the next 15-20 seconds. They'll get ready for qualifying, and we should be ready to go. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Make sure you chime in the chat. Say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're cheering for somebody in particular, make sure you shout them out. Seeing drivers get added to. All right. Well, the drivers' meeting should be wrapping up. We'll get qualifying going here. Drivers are rolling out onto the speedway. You look here, the 16 car, Marvin Turnmeyer, the O'Reilly Auto Parts machine. Couple of laps of qualifying for these guys. High bank, but rough. This track has a lot of bumps through the corner. And you'll watch these cars. They will be moving up and down, trying to fight to keep grip. Marvin Turnmeyer, 1904. Quickest so far. Let's go watch the 43 cars. He goes out for his. Turnmeyer still the quickest, 1904. Humphreys at 1907. Poleski. James Poleski with a 1895, the first driver under the 19-second mark. We're watching the 43 of Reed Rundle. Cold tires. That's the thing these guys are going to really have to watch, especially over these bumps. Those cold tires on these cars. That time, Rundle, 18.99, almost up there. Second quick right now. Getting his second lap, moving faster. We're going to go watch Hunter Johnson as soon as Rundle crosses the line. Second lap, not quicker. So we'll go watch Hunter Johnson. Let's get Reed Rundle up here while we're watching Hunter Johnson. Let's try to talk to Reed Rundle real quick. Reed, you there, buddy? Hello, Reed Rundle.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Hey, well, give us a quick little synopsis of what you're expecting and what the whole purpose of this series is real quick so the fans can know what they're checking out.
Yeah, well, the purpose of the series is to let you get your feet wet back in asphalt racing. But the main thing is we're doing a 5-week short series for the pavement stuff. We'll see where this takes us. Good turnout right off the bat. 20-some guys registered and almost 20 guys in. So obviously that's a good sign to see, and we'll see where we go. Really preaching that, we watch the respect and clean racing so that we put on a good show for you guys and go from there. But a little bit of a new ball game for a lot of people, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I saw guys dropping in right as qualifying kicked off, so we'll see some of those guys in this deal. But heat races, and then we're going to invert 8. Is that what you said earlier to me?
Yes, sir. So we got 3 heat races. We'll see how iRacing does the invert. It doesn't look like we need any LCQ tonight, so we should go right from the heats to the feature. 3-minute warm-up in between.
All right. Well, good luck out there. Hopefully we'll get a chance to chat with you at the end of this thing.
Thanks, Roger. Appreciate it, man.
Reed Rundle, series organizer. Heat race number 1 rolling out off of the end of pit road, and it's going to be Eric Spencer and Andrew Perry on the front row. Spencer, the 9 car, Perry in the 33. Then you'll have the 04 of Peyton Bridges inside row number 2, and you'll have James Poleski, quick qualifier for the evening, on his outside. Peter Brees, the 74 car. Peter Brees, a regular with the MDR guys over here in the asphalt car. He drives a 74. He starts 5th in heat number 1. Then Jim Butcher. Butcher, another name we're very familiar with here. He drives the 117. And then I thought, there he is. He's rolling out on the back. Got all the bright colors on that 17 car. Old Dean Burnt will be rolling that machine out 7th in heat number 1. So this time around, the lights will drop on the pace vehicle. That pace vehicle will disappear down there in turn number 4. The next time around, and we'll get the green flag just shortly thereafter. First heat race, first official laps for the MARS Pavement Late Model Series. Should be a fun one. Everybody holding it back right now. We're getting ready. Out of turn number 4.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air for heat racing number 1. A good start. 3 rows side by side as they go off in the corner. Outside seems to have a little bit of an advantage now as Andrew Perry, wrecking behind. Peter Brees is going to be in this. We're going to go down and watch. I don't think he causes this. Happens in front of him. Yeah, a little bit of that bouncy, and I'm not sure if the 9 lost the front end or if that 93 car just kind of come down the hill a little bit right there. But bunch of cars in it, so right off the bat, we get through turn 1. We do not survive turn number 2. We have our first caution. Brees stayed out on track. Bridges, Spencer, I think Butcher's the car on pit road right there, and you can see. Heavy damage to the front end of the 117. We'll get them lined lined up behind the pace vehicle again, getting ready to get started. Cold tires, a lot of bumps, and side by side when you do this. It's bound to happen at some point. Hey, Mr. James, how you doing? Little look from inside the gyro cam mounted on that crossbar behind and to the right of the driver. But Perry had the lead when they went into turn number 1, and he is going to maintain that when we get ready for this restart. Drivers coming out of the pits now trying to get caught up to the back of the field. As they will go around one more time, it looks like. Perry and then Burnt all the way from 7th to 2nd through that ordeal. Spencer came out in 4th, in 3rd. Peter Brees was 4th. Peyton Bridges, James Pulaski, and Jim Butcher. Butcher back on track. Butcher shows to be a lap down. We'll see if that stays that way when we get to scoring. I'm not sure if he was still a lap down or not. So, showing 4 to go. I think the caution lap's counting on these. So, short heat races. If they have cautions, the guy's not going to get a lot of green flag laps in. So, that is one of the things that they preach. Try to keep it green all the time. But the green flag back in the air. Another pretty good start for Andrew Perry. Oh, car turned off the bumper of the 93. Car spinning. As Spencer in the 9 car. Going to go for a bit of a ride off the nose of the 93 car. I think he checked up just a touch. The 93 was right up underneath him. And so heat race number 1 may finish under the yellow flag. Perry got the car turned around. He's back under, or Spencer, excuse me, got the car back underway. He turned around, and he's going to try to catch the back of the field. Looks like maybe the front valence crushed in a little bit on that 9 car. Right front corner mashed in just a bit too. I think that's where he actually made contact with the wall. So. Lights still on the pace vehicle, so it looks like caution laps are not necessarily counting. I guess we'll know when we get the green flag back here. Now the light's off on the pace vehicle. Going back up, maybe get a couple of laps here. Green, white checker. Pace car's going to get out of the way. We are going to at least get back to the green flag.
Green, green, green.
They're in the starting zone. Green flag back in the air. Side by side for second. Burnt caught on the outside. Peter Brees up on the inside. Brees slid the rear end. He'll give the spot back to Burnt. 93 of Pulaski. Really looking hard to try to move to the inside. White flag in the air over heat number 1. Pulaski's getting good drive down in the corner. Just not able to find a lane to come off. Do anything with it. So Andrew Perry, it looks like he will take the checks in heat number 1. Then it's going to be Dean Burnt, Peter Brees, James Pulaski, Peyton Bridges, and Eric Spencer with Jim Butcher. rounding things out. So, a little bit of an auspicious start to things, but drivers will clean things up as they go. You put new guys together, you get this. Let's look at starting lineup for heat number 2, the 46 of John Brunner, John Brunner will be on the pole. Then it'll be the 51 of Darren Page to his outside. Marvin Turnmeyer, 16 car. He'll start inside row number 2. Next to, guy we talked to pre-race, the 43 of Reed Rundle. And you'll have Brad Branham, the 01 on the inside of the final row. Next to Andrew Leach. Leach in the 98, Branham, the 01 machine. Of Darren Page outside the front row. He's got John Brunner on his inside, ready for heat number 2. Guys, you want to join the series, you can reach out to Reed Rundle. This is a test series. If it all goes well, they'll set up for a full-time series after this. It'll probably run through the summer, probably run on Sunday nights.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Heat number 2 underway. Another side-by-side start. See if we can survive turns 1 and 2 this time. Ooh, almost a little contact. 51 got way out of shape on the entry. Everybody surviving. Brunner's got the lead for lap number 1 going into turn 3, coming out of 4. He's going to lead lap number 1. Side by side, Marvin Turnmeyer right next to Darren Page. They are very tight together. See those cars bouncing? You saw Turnmeyer almost lose the rear end. Page did a little bit. Turnmeyer was able to drive around him, take second away, single file through the top 5, through the top 6. Reed Rundle trying to take a look on Darren Page. Going to have to find some momentum coming off the corner. Beat him on the entry down to the next one. Down here in 3 and 4. Brunner one line wide, and Turnmeyer going to take advantage of that and get that 16 car to the inside. Side by side. Going to come to the halfway point. Brunner slides it out at 2. Turnmeyer. Marvin Turnmeyer trying to take the lead. He's got it this time. 4 down, 4 to go. Brunner still second. Page, Rundle. Then Leach and Branham, and now Brunner pushed to the high side. Car got a little loose, and that put Leach in there. Ooh, those two touch each other. That's going to open the door. Here comes Rundle. Here comes Leach. And in space of a set of corners, a little contact, broke enough momentum. Page lost 2 spots. Rundle picks up 1. Leach picks up 1. 2 to go this time. Marvin Turnmeyer took the lead at the halfway point. He's going to get to the white flag first. So heat 2 looks like it's going to go flag to flag green as they're stretched out now. Brunner's all the way back to 5th. He's quite a ways back from the 4th place car of Page. But a good run through 3 and 4, and Marvin Turnmeyer works the car from 3rd to 1st, and he'll pick up the Heat 2 win. Rundle, Leach, Page, Brunner, and Branham behind that. Going to line up like this for the 3rd and final heat. It's going to be Craig Burlew, the 8 car, on pole, and he'll have Greg Greg Powelski, the 017. Next to him, Andrew Humphrey, 31 car, inside row number 2 with Hunter Johnson in the 12. on his outside. And then Terry Dahl, 53 machine, familiar to us here. He'll line up next to the 19 of Christopher Fowler, and then around the field out for heat racing action. Marvin Turnmeyer, you got a copy?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, man, good run in the heats. You guys went flag to flag, not very much unlike heat number 1. How's the track, and what do you expect for the feature tonight with that 8-car invert?
That track's good. Main thing here is you got to keep the tires under you. You got to keep the car down around the bottom and just let it hook. And it's easy to overdrive it and make mistakes. So looking forward to it. First time with the group, and it seems like it's going to be pretty fun.
Well, you're a name that's very familiar to me. iRacing for many years, as I have, and I'm very familiar with your style of driving. I expect to see pretty good things out of the 16 in this little short 5-race season.
Well, I appreciate that. We're looking forward to next season when they get a full season in. Should be a pretty fun group. I mean, seems like everybody's got their heads on straight and they race pretty good. That first heat I think that was the exception instead of the rule.
All right, man. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we get a chance to talk to you at the end of the night.
Have a good one. Thanks.
Marvin Turnmeyer, heat 2 winner.
Green flag.
Here they come to the green flag in heat number 3. Nice start for Burlew. The 1 car, it says 8 on the scoring pylon, but it looks like it's going to be the 1 car. Little bounce. Had to check the car down, get it safely back underneath him. That gives Pawelski a chance to move to the outside and get a run. Can he? Oh, Pawelski wiggly through the middle of the corner. That's going to open things up. Here comes Hunter Johnson to the inside of Pawelski. And Pawelski going to go from 2nd to 3rd. And Johnson now putting the pressure on Craig Burlew already. He's going to go to the high side down the backstretch. In car from Johnson, you can see stalking, looking for the opening, waiting for the move, pulls to the inside, going into turns 1 and 2, got the nose there. But power off the top side from Burlew, and Burlew hangs on. Can't quite get it there. Into 1 and 2 once again. Still Burlew out in front. Pawelski thought he was going to make a move. I think he just got the back end of the car out from under him right there. We're getting down to it. 4 in, 4 out. Burlew loses the car all on his own, and he is going to collect Johnson. He didn't have anything to do with that. He just tried to check up. I think he got hit from behind. We'll see it right here. Burlew into the corner, comes up, car bounced a little bit, unweighted to right rear. Yeah, and then when Johnson slowed to let him go across the nose, the car behind him, which I don't think, it might have been Andrew Humphrey, and really nowhere to go for the 31. Guy in front of you lifts a little bit, you know. Actually, it might have been Pawelski that got into Johnson. It was Pawelski got into Johnson. And just not much he could do. It's unfortunate circumstances. Johnson trying to do the right thing. Lifted a little bit. Guy behind him couldn't see what was going on and got into the back of him. So we'll have a green-white checker restart here. Pawelski, Humphrey, Fowler, Dahl, Johnson, Burlew. All 6 cars still on the track. All right, going to double them up. We're going to go green again out of 4. Guys, don't be afraid to say hello in the chat. I see plenty of viewers watching. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching a favorite driver, shout them out. A lot of these guys do watch. Some of them respond.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Pawelski. Out of 2, got a good drive. Just almost clear that time. Humphrey had a lot of momentum off the top side. Now tries to go in a little wider, cut down, get a big run. He's clear by about a quarter of a car right there, just not enough to pull up. See a lot of smoke off the tires from the braking. Now, Powelski grabs it on the white lap. He's going to lead them single file into 3 and 4. And Greg Powelski will pick up the final heat race of the evening. He'll go to victory lane there. Humphrey second, Fowler, Johnson, Burlew, and Dahl behind that. So a little bit of warm-up time. I'd imagine they're going to give these guys some warm-up here. Andrew Humphrey, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you gave it all you had right there. Come up a little bit short. Should help you in the invert. Maybe get a little lucky, grab the pole. What do you think the chances for the 31 car are tonight?
Well, I'm hoping that I got a pretty good shot at it, but feeling pretty good about it tonight.
Looks like the track is pretty good. It's pretty bumpy down both ends. How hard is it to keep it under you, especially when the tires are a little bit cool?
Car's running pretty good, but I'm not really sure what I'll be able to do in the main, but should be good.
All right, man. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys all get out there and finding out where the redraw puts you. Good luck to you tonight. Hopefully we get a chance to chat with you on the podium at the end of this thing.
Appreciate it, buddy.
That's Andrew Humphrey. Finished second in the final heat race there. We're eyes on Terry Dahl right now. Just that was the car that the camera focused on first. Go over here, take a look at Andrew Perry. Jim Butcher. Butcher did not have good luck in heat number 1. We didn't get to talk about him much, and we're trying for all there. Out of 2 in practice a little bit. They're going to let the guys have the entire warm-up session. Try to get a little more rubber into the track, I think. Don't forget the current schedule. We'll be back on Thursday night. Should be the season finale of the Netcode Esports Mighty Midget Series. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be adding our Wednesday night and a new Thursday night series. So go with the Sunday night series. You'll have 3 nights of racing. Just waiting for all the new branding to come through so we can start moving into some different areas of sim sports. So we're not just doing racing alone and not just doing dirt racing like we have for so many years in the past. Let's look at our starting lineup. The front 4 rows, I believe, on this are going to change. Right now, it's Leach and Brees on our front row, and then Humphrey and Rundle row 2. Burnt and Pileski row 3, Turnmeyer and Perry in row 4, Fowler and, it was Turnmeyer and Perry in row 4, Fowler and Pileski in row 5, Page Johnson row 6, Bridges and Brunner row 7, Burlew and Spencer row 8, Branham and Dahl row 9, and Jim Butcher after his bad luck in heat number 1. Rounding out the field back in the 19th starting spot. 30 laps the distance. We talked to Marvin Turnmeyer, winner in heat number 2. He's going to roll off 7th. Pawelski. Three-runner. $19 late models on the pavement at the Nashville Fairgrounds for the opener. West Area Racing Series pavement late models. Round 1 of 5 for the test season. Ready to go green for the first time. We'll see. 30 laps. Tricky, bumpy, slick little track.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air for the first time. Good. Oh, big problems down 1 and 2. I think what we're going to see is right in the middle, right around Marvin Turnmeyer, right in behind him. Oh, yeah, Turnmeyer just got jacked up from behind. Got hit by the 8 car. And then the 51 ends up on the hood. Page ends up on Branham's hood there, so. Let's go back and see. Turnmeyer going to take it to the pits, make sure nothing's wrong with it. Branham already took his in. So. Pretty sure that was the one of Burlew that got into the back of Turnmeyer right there. So we'll see. Turnmeyer trying to get the car back on the track. These drivers are already ready to double them up. Lights off on the pace vehicle, so Turnmeyer is going to have to hustle. Sometimes when you bring new groups together, guys aren't familiar with how each other drive and little apprehension about the guy in front of you, the guy behind you, maybe not quite as much apprehension as you have, and a little contact here, a little contact there. Bad things tend to happen. So 17 cars still on the track. Turnmeyer and Branham both in the infield. We'll probably see both cars back. Hopefully they'll give them enough wave around as we catch another caution. But the green flag back in the air. Leach with another good start. He's going to grab the lead. Peter Brees trying to grab second. He will, right in front of Reed Rundle. 31 of Andrew Humphrey. Going to grab fourth. Battles for fifth right here. Burnt now going to take that away as he went right by Perry and Kowalski. So Dean Burnt in the fifth spot. Pawelski now sixth. Perry is seventh. Single foul to there. Then it's Bridges and Spencer side by side. Bobbin. Here comes Hunter and Johnson. Johnson moving inside. He wants to make it 3 wide. Oh, cars making contact. That's Pawelski and Perry. They're going to be able to continue to help Pawelski's car. Pretty hurt, but the green flag staying out, so Pawelski ejects himself from the situation. He'll let him stay green right now. Andrew Leach, 3/4 of a second out in front of Reed Rundle. Hello, Anita. Thanks for chiming in chat.
All right, man.
Caution behind as Darren Page appears to. It wasn't Darren Page. It was not Darren Page. Not Darren Page. I'm not sure who crashed. Andrew Perry, possibly. Perry's car in the infield already, so. Not sure who crashed in the last one. We'll get back to the front, and it's still Andrew Leach, 6 laps in. Right now, Turnmeyer, Branham, first 2 retirees. Perry is in the pits. He may be out. Poleski is out. And Burlew is also in the pits. Not really sure. A lot of damage on the left side of that car. Johnson's car has, looks like a tow out issue on the right front. That car heavily damaged on the nose too. Here comes Peter Brees, and Brees with a pilot, and Peter Brees was running inside the top 5, so. We will get them all lined back up, get them ready to go back to green. Hopefully some of these guys can get back off of pit roads. We've got 6 cars off the track currently. Let's see if we can get the pace lights or the caution lights off on the pace vehicle here this time around. They do go out. That means we're going to double them back up. It's going to be Leach and Rundle giving us our restart. So 25 laps remaining. 24 when we take the green. Pace car out of the way in the start zone. There's the start line. Green flag there. Wow, great start for Leach. Go back. Second place. Clean and clear run. Now it's Humphrey and Bridges, or Humphrey and Poleski. Oh, that's Poleski. Poleski in the 93, James Poleski and Powelski. That is going to be fun all season long, guys, so you'll have to forgive me for that. Poleski. Oh, car spinning. Car spinning. That's going to be Bridges. Peyton Bridges got the 4-car turned around. Let's see what happened to Peyton down here. Right front's got a little damage. He's going to get along the side. Humphreys go into 1 and 2. Light bit of contact. I don't think there's any damage from that, and I think the 4-car should be able to continue. Peter Brees has 74 back on track. Looking a little worse for the wear, but still making laps. Marvin Turnmeyer not on track. Branham, Powelski, Perry, Burlew. Hunter Johnson now retired. So 22-ish laps remaining. Car is pretty good for this track. This track actually matches up the car pretty well. The bumps create some issues, and when the cars go over the bumps, sometimes they get a little unweighted. They'll move around in the corner. And if guys want to run door to door, sometimes bad things are going to happen, but we're going to get them lined back up and get them ready to go. Bridges rolling out behind Johnson. They'll join the back of the field. Burlew, the only car not on the lead lap right now. Powelski, Branham, and Turnmeyer, along with Andrew Perry, out of the event. So 15 still on the track, 14 still on the lead lap. Pace car going to get out of the way. 22 laps remaining.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green. Back over the field. Down the backstretch, we're side by side. The high lines got a little momentum. Oh, little tappy tap right there. And there goes Reed Rundle.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Here's your caution. We'll go down. We'll watch 43 car coming out of 2. He got a great run on the exit. He started to surge ahead, went into the corner. One coming up, one coming down. A little bit of contact and a big punt from behind. It's going to bend in the rear end of the car. And there you see Burlew spun around once again. But really not much in the way of damage on the front end of that 43 car. So. It was like I was saying right before they went green, these cold tires, these heavy cars, and this track really suited for this size and style of racing, but the bumps in the corner definitely make it tricky. And Rundle went in and the car bit a little, was coming down the hill, and Leach went in and the car bounced a little and it went up the hill, and they make the slightest little bit of door-to-door contact, and that's really all it takes. Peter Brees back on pit road again. He and Fowler both. I think they're just trying to get some damage repaired. They'll be rolling back out. Burlew still 2 laps down. He's in there. He got a little more damage out of the thing. I think he just spun out trying to slow down and got a little push from behind. So short pace laps. I said that like I meant it to. Yep, lights are off on the pace vehicle. .13 still on track. Burlew trying to roll himself up. Nope. He's going to not roll off. They were waving him to go, and he stayed put. I don't think that car is running quite right now. So Fowler still in the pits as well. So we'll see who comes back and who does not. But we're back under the green flag. And Leach, another good start. Poleski with a good start on the outside. He's able to clear Andrew Humphreys and slide into the second spot. Humphreys is third. Burnt is fourth. We'll see. Poleski already on the attack, and caution behind that was for the 46. Of John Brunner. And Brunner into the corner. 51 car got his left side tires down in the flat. And Brunner nowhere to go. Up beside him, couldn't do anything about it. So close quarters racing and contact. And that's really short track racing in a nutshell. You're always going to be in close quarters. There's going to be some contact. It is all about when and where that contact occurs that determines whether the guy that you touch or the guy that touches you causes you to spin out or vice versa. So double to back up. Still 20 laps remaining. 10 laps in 2. Our 30-lap feature. $13 cars on the track, all on the lead lap. Burlew in the pits, still a couple of laps down with that car. Or actually, Burlew's at the back. Greg Burley's at the back. He's still 2
Green
laps
flag,
down. He's
green
out
flag.
there. He is our 14th car. Another good restart. It looks like Leach is going to have the lead, but Pileski, that crossover from the outside to the inside through turns 1 and 2. And he'll have the advantage going into 3 and 4. The new leader, James Pileski, just inside 20 to go. Here comes Andrew Humphrey. Humphrey looking to the inside of Leach and just wasn't able to get the car to sit there. They go through 3 and 4. Going to be 18 to go. Top 3 single foul. Dean Burnt under fire. He's got Darren Page riding alongside. Page on the inside. Burnt way wide in 1 and 2. Looks like he's going to tuck in behind Page, the 4-5. Burnt Terry Dahl in here up to 5th, and he's under attack from Reed Rundle. Rundle making a drive through the field, coming back. Works to the inside for 1 and 2. He'll have the out and 2 down the back stretch. So, Reed Rundle all the way back up to 6th and 13th just a little while ago. They are now single file all the way around. It looks like Pileski, or not Pileski. That was Hunter Bridges that got out of shape back there. Pileski's at the front. Well, Pileski's starting to get away. He's 7/10 of a second now. Out in front of these guys. Leach hanging on in front of Humphrey. Humphrey trying to find a line that gets him a little closer. Maybe he can get the 98 to get off of the line he wants to be on. Reed Rundle now up to 5th as he moved around Dean Burnt. He's closing in on the back. 13 laps to go, and looks like things are starting to settle out. Drivers have spread around a little bit. Peter Breeze back here all by himself. There's Burlew a couple laps down right. Tail end right behind Eric Spencer. Go back and watch the front because Humphreys now has gotten to the bumper of the 98 of Leach. Just looking for a way to get around. Goes in wide, drives the car down the hill. Not enough momentum. Laps running out. Now Rundle trying to move Page up the hill down in 3 and 4. Page looks tight through the center. Rundle got a good run out of 2. He's going to go alongside here to 3. Page closes the door on the exit of 4. That battle probably not going to last much longer. Rundle needs to dispatch the 51 if he's going to have any shot at getting up here and getting on the podium. Now pulls alongside down the backstretch. He's clear up to the door when they went into 3. Page keeps it wide. Rundle now on the corner again. That time Page slams the door. A lot of damage on the nose of the 51. He's able to fend off a fairly clean number 43 car. And caution. Hunter Johnson going to go around. Johnson, the black car, the 12 machine. Down the corner, got the left sides down on the flat. Yep. It hooked that left front tire, and the left rear got up onto the banking. Completely unweighted that car. And so that'll slow things down. But good battle was really shaping up right here between the 51 of Page and the 43 of Reed Rundle. Looks like Johnson has taken his car into the pits. It's they're going to look at it and see if there's anything damaged. Probably roll him right back out there. So we'll have 8 to go when we get back to it. All right now, Pileski, Leach, Humphrey, Page, and Rundle the top 5. You want to get in on the action, reach out to us. We'll get you in touch with Reed. He can get you registered. It'll be 4 more races, 3 more short tracks, and 1 1-mile track, which will be a big track for these guys. Test session, 5 weeks total this time. They're going to see how this goes, see if they can keep enough interest. They're going to expand it out into a full-time series. Now drivers maybe swapping. Going single file. They're going to go single file for the restart here with 8 to go. So Pileski. Oh, Dean Burnt has taken the 17 car. Into the infield. He'll be done for the evening.
Green, green, green.
So green flag. And the top 2 broke away quickly. Pileski and Leach got away from Humphrey. Rundle around the top side. He'll take 4th away from Page. And here comes Bridges, the 4 car. Peyton Bridges trying to do the same thing, following in Rundle's tire tracks, and he'll take that 5th spot away. So put Bridges in the top 5. Go back to the front. Gap starting to widen already. About 3 cars in. So we go 6 to go this time around. Humphreys trying to reel in Andrew Leach. Andrew and Andrew show. And Rundle now going to put pressure on Humphrey. Battle for the podium spot. Rundle pulls it down to the inside. Not there. Humphreys able to close the door with 5 to go. Pileski maintaining about 4 car lengths here. There goes Rundle to the inside in 3 and 4. Does he have the momentum coming out to take the spot? No, half a car that time. Best battle on the track right here for 3rd place. Pileski out in front of Leach. Leach about 8 car lengths in front of this battle right here. That's Reed Rundle on the inside and Andrew Humphrey on the outside. Is still Humphrey by a nose as they see 3 to go. Rundle has the advantage middle of the corner, but Humphrey's got enough momentum on the exit. He's still in front. Great action for 3rd, and it's allowing Bridges to close up. If these guys make a mistake, Bridges will be there. Now Rundle surges ahead. White flag this time. Rundle clears Humphrey into 3rd. Leach is closed in on Pileski. Not enough. It's going to be James Pileski in victory lane with Andrew Leach 2nd. Who's going to have 3rd? 3 cars right there. They're going to be 3 wide and 3 and 4 for a split 2nd. But Reed Rundle will hang on. Peyton Bridges in 4th, and Andrew Humphreys will come home in 5th. So we'll get the guys to come around onto the front stretch. And we'll talk to our top 3. Well, we hope we can talk to our top 3. We hope they come to the Discord. Reed Rundle, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, a little trouble late in this one. You recover and you grab a podium finish. You come home in 3rd. Man, just not enough laps and too many battles on the way back through.
Yeah, you know, getting dumped early and having to work my way back up. I'll take a 3rd, I guess. You know, I think we could have battled James for the win, but like you said, kind of ran out of laps. And first night out, yeah, you know what, we'll take it.
Are the rest of the guys coming to join us for interviews?
Well, they've been told to come into the to the Discord over here. New league, new info, and
it's
I
all
apologize if they don't, but
Oh, it's all good. We'll just pretend we talked to them anyway. So a little bit of a rocky start. We had a couple of heat races with a caution or two. The first heat race, that's kind of to be expected when you bring a bunch of guys together, never raced together before. Well, we got into the feature, had about 6 cautions here. What expectations do you have as we go forward? Just more time together, the guys will start to clean things up?
yeah, I mean, just like we do with any series, like you said, initial weeks we always look at new guys getting used to each other and stuff. I think overall, I'm pretty pleased with the night. Maybe a couple cautions in the feature that could have been avoided from what I could see, but we'll go back and take a look at them and see what we can find out. But yeah, obviously that's part of it.
Well, as long as everything from the drivers is a positive thing, I think maybe something good is going to come out of this, and hopefully we'll be able to put a little bit of eyeballs on it, get some attention for you, and see if we can't get some more guys to register before we go too far through this thing.
Yeah, for sure. 5-week season is going to be a short one as far as getting this test stuff going. Hopefully overall for you, it was a good show. I mean, that's a big part of it for us. Being partners with you now for as long as we have is my hopes is always to put on a good show with you guys.
All right, man. With some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go do your admin-y duties.
Yeah, the fun part, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Special thanks to Little Caesars Pizza and R&R Motorsports and Solo Stove. Pavement a little bit different, and we're going to have fun. I do see 2 people down in the waiting room, so I'm going to assume that is probably the
hoping.
2 people you're waiting for.
I'm hoping.
All right, man. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate everything you do, man.
All right, brother. We appreciate it, and congrats on a great run. Reed Arundel. Let's see if we can get Andrew Leach. I think. Andrew Leach, you'll have to unmute your mic if you want to talk to me, buddy. Well, hopefully he can figure it out before next week. Does not have his car out there, but a good run from Leach. Led a lot of this thing. He got passed late by Mr. Pileski here. Let's move on. And talk to James. Let's get James up here. James Pileski, you got a copy?
Oh, yes, sir, buddy.
Well, man, you come in here and you made it look pretty easy. Took you a couple laps to get to the front, but you had to wait through some of the cautions. Man, 93 car, a little bit of damage on the left front, but sitting in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was hard, to be honest. Starting 10th, I didn't know if I was going to be able to get back up there. It's hard to, pass. Haven't really raced with these people a lot, so they kind of do stuff different than I do. Like, the heat race kind of showed that. I wasn't expecting... I forget who it was, but I wasn't expecting him to hit the brakes like that, and it's just a learning curve. It'll take a little bit to figure out how these guys all race and whatnot. But yeah, the car was good. After that little incident with the 98 and Reed, my car was towed out till I don't know, my steering wheel was like 2 o'clock, but it was still fast, so I just wheeled it, and here I am.
Well, they're going to do 3 more short tracks and a 1 mile track in this test season. When you bring a group of guys together that haven't raced together and you go on a variety of tracks, you got to expect a little beating, banging, bumping. How did the drivers react, to the little bit of adversity that plagued us in the feature?
Well, luckily, I was pretty much not involved with any of that, so I can't really tell you. The heat race was not good for me, that's for sure. I'm sure in the heat race I looked like a total rookie. It was kind of embarrassing, but yeah, I'm not really sure. This track is rough. I mean, it's bumpy coming off of 2 there, and you have to send it in. To be fast, you have to send it into turn 1 and into turn 3 pretty hard. I think some people know that. Other people probably don't know that. So that mixture right there probably caused some chaos, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it looked like we, with the cars bouncing around a little bit, guys on the top maybe bouncing to the left and the guys on the bottom a little bouncing to the right. It didn't look like anybody just, drove through somebody tonight. It was just weird little things. It's kind of a product of this car, this track. But these cars, not a ton of horsepower, but they actually seem to be pretty well suited for tracks this size with this kind of configuration, yes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I love this car. This iRacing hit it out the park with this car. It's super fun to race. You can get the outside lane going on a lot of different racetracks, and you can't do that with like the super late or any of the mods or the old late model stock. So whatever they did to this, I hope they don't destroy it and they keep it this way, because it's a lot of fun. You can kind of beat and bang without totally killing people, although obviously that still kind of happens sometimes. But no, this car is a blast everywhere, I feel like.
All right, man, we'll get us some shout-outs and some thank yous, and then we'll look forward to seeing you back next week for round number 2.
Sounds good. Well, I want to thank Reed for putting this up. We wouldn't be here without Reed. So thank you, Reed, for having me. Thank Epic Media, the Posse, Loco Toco Designs, and, we'll be back next week.
All right, man. Congrats on a great run, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week.
Sounds good, buddy. Have a good one.
Good night. All right, your winner, James Pileski. Good a run for the 93 car. I see a little chatter. We don't mind that. You guys got a voice. When we don't like it, we'll chop you off. So it's all good. Let's look at the final results before we get out of here. There we go. It's Pileski winning it. Leach was second. Rundle in third. Bridges with a good run. Picks up 9 spots. Not hard charger, but a good run nonetheless. He and Pileski both +9. Your hard charger split tonight between Terry Dahl and Jim Butcher, both picking up 11 spots. Darren Page, 6th place run, ran in the top 3 right up until the very end right there. He got passed by Rundle. That opened the door for Bridges, and then Humphrey gave up those spots as well. So Terry Dahl was 7th, Jim Butcher in 8th. Like I said, those two, both 11 spots been proved, so hard charger split between them. John Brunner in 9th, Eric Spencer in 10th, Peter Brees 11th, Hunter Johnson 12th, Dean Burnt 13th, 14th to Craig Burlew. Christopher Fowler in the 15th spot. 16th was Andrew Perry. 17th, Greg Powelski. 18th was Brad Branham. And around the field tonight, early exit for what I thought was going to be the fastest car in the field. Turn 1, lap 1. A little jacked up from behind. It did enough damage that Marvin Turnmeyer could not complete even 1 lap tonight. But we'll see Marvin back, and Marvin will probably be up there at the front challenging these guys for these wins. So, good start for these guys. Can't wait to see what the second round brings next week. Same time. We will go live right around the 8 Eastern mark. Bringing this. Don't forget about Thursday nights, 8 Eastern. Netcode Mighty Midget Series. They should be wrapping it up. Double features for every show this season. And I think this is the last week for them. So we will be wrapping their season up, crowning a champion. Don't forget to tune in for that. And then start next week. Not this week, but next week. We'll be Sunday. I think it's Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all 3 nights, as we close in on the deal for the Wednesday night series that's coming to the network. Look for some new branding. Everything else, be sure you like, share, and follow on the Facebook page. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch. Appreciate everybody being here, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hopefully we'll get to see you back again. Make sure you're not a stranger and say hi in the chat. Until we see you the next time.